This is wire wrapped thread. It's a technique for stump work, and you would use it when kind of finishing up some of your wire ends after your piece is completed. So this is a piece of stump work where there's wire that goes around the edges here, and thread was used to wrap around the ends there. Additionally, you can use it kind of to create stems, finish up the bottom of this piece as well. These are all 3D pieces. This could also just be something that sits in your fabric as well too. So how do you wrap your wire? First, you're going to need some wire. This wire is a little thicker than what I would normally use. I usually use about 26 gauge. This one is a little thicker. I think it's 20 just because I need it to be a little sturdier. We're also going to need a glue stick and some embroidery thread here. So I have 2 strands of embroidery thread, and I'm just going to run about a couple inches through the end of my thread through the glue stick here, just to get it a little sticky. And then we are going to take our thread end, hold it opposite our wire piece here, and hold those two together, kind of stick them down nicely. Now, starting at the end of our wire, we are going to wrap our thread and start wrapping backwards. There we go. And we want our thread to be really close together so that it covers up our wire entirely, and we want to try to avoid overlapping our threads so we get a nice smooth coverage, kind of like the satin stitch where our stitches are really close together. This is our thread wraps are just really close together here, and we just keep wrapping up our thread. As you can see, that's my little tail end there now, and I'm just covering it with my wrapped thread, and I'll keep working my way up my wire. If you have any wire bits showing, just kind of smush your thread down some, and sometimes you can like spin the wire to get it to go on faster, and then smush your thread down, kind of adjust so it's nice and tight. Spin some more and smush and tighten. Really, however you get these threads on works. We just want nice solid coverage of our wire. And you want to do this for however much wire you're planning to use. Sometimes this could be a piece that already has wire attached. For me, these are going to be some freestanding, kind of like grasses and ferns. So I will insert these wires after I'm done wrapping them. As you can see, I had a little bit of an overlap right there, so it's a little more of a bulge. We generally want to avoid that, but for this project, it's okay. They're plants. Just keep going, making sure our thread's nice and tight. As you can see, this is a little bit of a fiddly process to get this wire completely covered. But you just really need to twist that thread all the way around. I'll go a little more here. Even though my wire's longer, I don't think I want my piece that long. So when you're ready to end your thread, you can see I still have quite a bit of thread back here. I am going to cut my thread. So I'm going to grab some scissors. So we want to cut our thread about like an inch or two away from the wire. And then just like we started, we're going to run that little tail end bit through the glue stick, and and just wrap it on around so the glue kind of holds it in place, like so. And there's the little end and the beginning. If your thread doesn't want to stick very well, you could use a little bit of like a magic clip or something just to clamp it in place while it dries. But that is how you wrap wire.